Welcome back to Hey Kentucky. We are happy to be joined now by legend of the UK basketball team, Tony Delk, the first dude I saw who it never looked like could miss. Tony, how are you, my friend?
I am doing well at home, relaxing, and thanks for having me on.
Glad to have you. You know, it was interesting, Tony. I was talking about you the other day, and I said, and every time I bring up best three-point shooters in Kentucky history,
Right.
your name always comes up, and a lot of people think you're number one. Where would you put yourself on the list?
You know what? I would put myself in the top 5. We've had a lot of really good three-point shooters, and I actually got a chance to watch Deron Lamb, who shot extremely well from the three-point line. And we've had some really good shooters over the years, and you know, Jamal Murray. There was a number of guys. I thought, you know, Rex was a good shooter. You know, a lot of guys made threes. I think I might have taken the most, but you know, and I was fortunate enough to stay 4 years. So when you stay 4 years, you get a chance to put up more than some of the rest of the guys.
All right, we were talking earlier about this year's UK basketball team. You've seen them a couple times, very young, maybe the youngest team in the history of college basketball. What have you seen from them so far?
Well, a team that competes, they play extremely hard, but still making a transition from high school to college, and it takes time. I think we've been kind of spoiled as fans, and myself included, of having so many great teams and so many great players. But this team is going to blossom. They're going to get better. And Coach Cal teams always get better right around February. So I'm expecting this team to excel just like some of these other teams. They don't have a leader right now, but I expect for someone to take the leadership role. I really like Kevin Knox. I think the point guard position is going to get better. But this team really competes, and they're going to improve and get better. So we just got to bear with them. They're learning to make this transition, but it's going to be good, you know, later in the year.
I got to ask you about your former coach. I know it's got to be tough to have seen what's gone on there. I know you're very close with him as well. What are your emotions kind of watching what has happened with Rick over the last few months?
Well, it's really been tough, and I've had a couple of conversations with Coach P. He really missed basketball. You know, his love and his passion for the game is something that I've never seen for any coach that ever played for. He gave his heart. He gave so much. He gives so much to basketball from, you know, just players, but also assistant coaches who are head coaches on both levels, NBA as well as college. But, you know, you take one of the greatest coaches, Hall of Fame coaches away from something that he's loved since he probably picked up a basketball. So it was tough for me just to see him leave, not under his own power. You know, it was more about what was going on, and it's a different time right now, and shoe brands really have a lot of influence on college basketball.
Now, part of the reason we have you on is you are launching a wine, which is amazing. Who would have ever thought the Tony Delk private label wine? The opening event is Friday night. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, Matt, you know what? You're invited to come in if you can make it Friday or Saturday. We have a Cabernet that's coming out, red wine. It's been aged in bourbon for a year. Looking forward to that taste, as well as the Chardonnay, which a lot of people have started drinking a lot more wine now. Even the millenniums and people my age, as well as probably your age. You know, it's relaxing, gives us a chance to go out to dinner, to be at a bar, to also in the comfort of our home every once in a while have a glass of wine for dinner. So I'm just trying to bring something to the households, as well as to the bar scene, and you know, for my fan base, you know, something that I really enjoy is just being able to touch a lot of different people, but also, you know, with this wine label that's coming out, you know, I want some of the proceeds are going to be given to charity, and it's going to be to Taylor Duck Sickle Cell Charity.
Tony Delk, thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you this weekend. All right.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you.